Hello and welcome to the Dinosaw number 244, another 7 curious, interesting things I saw last week. So as ever, let's crack on. First one is called Spectrum Slit, and this is an experiment by Rootkid, and it visualizes Wi-Fi. Each one of those little slices is a part of the broadband spectrum, and it shows you just what's going through your house at any one time. So in the day, for instance, not much is happening. It's just showing you things logging on. As you go into the evening, obviously people come home from work, they start to log on to their Wi-Fi, and it all breaks loose essentially. So there you go. That's what's going through your house, your body, your head at any one moment. So very interesting experiment. Well done, Rootkid. This is an update from ChatGPT, and as you'd expect, ads are coming, and so is porn. Of course it is, because it's OpenAI. So rinsing as much as they can out of this one. So first of all, on the ads, it happens separately to your conversations. It happens at the bottom. It's a little area like that. Apparently it's not even listening to your conversation, so they're not quote unquote relevant, but they will be targeted to you. And secondly, on the porn thing, is there is a dynamic age gating on there. It learns how you're having a conversation to then determine how old you actually are. So you might say you're over 18, but your conversation might give you away as a 13-year-old, in which case. If you are deemed to be old enough, then obviously if you ask for something spicy, then it will give you something spicy. So that's ChatGPT and OpenAI for you. So wringing everything they can out of that. There you go, there are reasons. This is called Emo, and it is a lip syncing bot. So it's the one on the right you should be looking at, that one. Now, what's going on here is really interesting. So this bot has 26 muscles or actuators in its face. It doesn't know how to use them. So you face it at a mirror and just figure out what they all do. And it figures out how it can move each one of them and what they do. Learns. Okay. The second one is you show it lots of videos of people talking, and obviously their faces are moving, and it learns how to then use those actuators to mimic the faces to the sound. So it learns how to do lip syncing by essentially looking in a mirror and then watching a bunch of videos. It's not taught how to do it. It's taught itself how to do it, which is really interesting. Obviously, it can only get better and more subtle, but there you go. Interesting. This is the Blue Origin's Terawave, which is a space Wi-Fi or space connectivity. So this is Jeff Bezos's company, and it's taking it to the next level. So it uses low Earth orbit satellites and medium in a kind of a connection to guarantee you will always have a connection, and those connections are super fast. They are 6 terabits per second. So if you have Starlink, for instance, that's 400 megabits per second. So this is, you go from mega to giga to tera. It is 15,000 times faster than Starlink. Now this is only essentially for businesses at the moment, but there you go. It will require another 5,500 satellites to be put into space, which we need those like a hole in the head right now. So this is the price of progress, I guess, only for businesses right now. Maybe we'll get this as a customer at some point. If you are in the SaaS world, then this is maybe going to disrupt you a little bit, because this is RaaS. Now, there are several things that are called RaaS, but this is, in this case, results as a service. So just as a recap, if you are software as a service, you provide essentially a cloud-based software service. People can then buy seats or users or clicks or whatever the metric is, but essentially you pay a subscription to that. The more you use, the more things they add to it, the more you can use, the more you pay, and the more you can do with it. Now, if you flip that model and you say, I don't care what I need to do, I just want the results at the end of it, then that's what RaaS is, results as a service. So this is Bairong, and they have launched this as a commercial product, and we will see more of this, because what it's doing is it's saying, I don't really care really what's in the middle bit, I just want the results. So if I want 200 CVs of new candidates, or if I want my data to be cleaned, I just want the results, and I pay only for the results. They put AI agents at the other end, so you don't need to care how it's working, you just get the results. If the results are good and they meet your criteria, that's what you pay for. So literally different paradigm of how to charge for results. You don't make them, you don't pay subscriptions, you just pay for the results. Really interesting. So if you're in the SaaS world, look out for RaaS. You may have heard in the news, TikTok USA is getting its own shard, essentially its own breakaway from TikTok. It still uses the algorithm, but the data is hosted and kept in the US. Now, it's also been broken up in terms of ownership, but ByteDance still own a big old chunk of it. The rest of them are, broadly speaking, US owners and investors, but there's quite a lot of others in there as well. ByteDance, I think, own 19%, which is like 1% under the 20%, which is legally important. But essentially, if you have TikTok, or if you like TikTok in the US, then you will be using the same algorithm, but your data will just be kept in the US and nothing will be shared with China. There you go. So you'll, good luck with that. And finally, we have figure 3, which is a robot you may have seen before. It's going out for a jog. So this is from Brett Adcock, who's the founder, showing you it running around the campus with a few of the devs, I guess, or the team. And sketchy in terms of the data on this one, but apparently it can run at 2 meters per second. If you're thinking how quick is that? Well, it's about as quick as you can see on the screen. It can also run for about 4 hours or so, quote unquote. So not scientifically proven, but as ever, if one of these is going to now try and kill you, you now need to break out for a jog for about 4.5 hours to get away from it. So just stay within a shooting distance in front of it and you should be fine for at least 4 hours. There you go. Progress, folks. So hopefully that was useful. Hope it was interesting. If it was, you're not subscribed, you know what to do, and I will see you next week.